Hello and welcome to Bell Cave Gaming. Today I'm bringing you a Frosloom Weavile Beasts deck in, I guess, a bit of an attempt to counter some of the decks that I was playing this morning. So this morning I logged on and I suddenly was coming up against things like ReshiZard, Darkbox, MewMews, what else were we having, Pigaroms, things like that. And I went, you know what? It's time to put together a pure budget build, the best budget build that I can that tries to counter some of these decks, and that's what we've now got in front of us. So let's start looking at the different options that we have to try and match up on, different opponents' Pokemon. So first of all, we've got the Weavile. We've included him because he's just a better Hooper. A lot of people put Hooper in the deck. It's a basic Pokemon. You can also use any energy with the Hooper, which is kind of nice as well. But he does 10 base damage and then adds on an extra 20 for every of your opponent's Pokemon. Well, we've got Weavile, who's just a better Hooper. For that one energy cost, does 50 times the number of opponent's Pokemon with an ability. So MewMews, they love to run lots of GX Pokemon that has abilities. So this is a great way to counter that. Plus any other sort of opponent's deck that has lots of abilities, we can go in the Weavile and hitting quite hard. So that's kind of nice to have around. We've then got Buzzwole. So Buzzwole, he's here for the Darkbox, Pigarom type matchups when we need fighting energies. So obviously he's here specifically for the 4 prize card turns, so we can just use our Sledgehammer and hit him for 120. For the other turns when we need fighting, we've got Breloom. So as long as our opponent's active Pokemon is asleep, it does 120 damage and hits for that fighting weakness as well. Now of course we need to get them asleep, and we want to try and put them to sleep as often as we can, to be frank, because sleep is just good, stops them from attacking us. So we've got the Mareep here with the fluffy pillow to make that happen. And obviously we're running U-turn boards so we can quickly switch out of that as well. We've then got Nihilego. Now Nihilego's here for the 2 prize card turn, where we get to just choose one of our opponent's attack and use it as our attack. Now this is really great in all situations, because they just might have a really good attack that we can copy and hit big numbers when they have exactly 2 prize cards remaining. However, we're also a psychic Pokemon, so we're hitting things like MewMew for weakness. Now, obviously, there's a card that they could play down that has an ability to take away their weakness, but then that helps out Weavile here. So, that's a bit of a nice little combination to have hand to hand together. We've also got Frostlass. He's here for the water mostly, so things like ReshiZard. With a Spiteful Sire, we can put 7 damage counters onto this guy, hit for 140, but obviously 280 for weakness on the ReshiZard, and that can one-shot ReshiZard. So that's the little combos that we've got together. Now, obviously we've got to try and set this up as well as we can. So with so many different combinations and having to go budget, so that I guess limits some of the consistency options that we have available, where setup can be a little bit janky at various stages, but I've done what I can to try and make it as smooth as possible. So we've got Netball. It's here for 2 reasons. A, it can search out a Shroomish if that's what we need it to do, but B, it can also search out a Grass Energy, which can just be clutch in certain situations. We've got Power Pad. I've included Power Pad simply because I like to renew 2 situations. I like to renew the Cynthias just to give us some extra draw through the deck through the match, but I also like renewing the Tate and Lizers at times, because this can act as another switch, which can come in absolutely clutch, is we might need to switch out to our Mareep to then be able to switch back into our Breloom, just so we can continue attacking and getting full value out of our pre-dawn strike. We've got Poke Gears to be able to search out supporters, they're absolutely huge. Pokecoms to be able to search out Pokemon. We've got switches, like I said, that helps with the Mareep combo as well. We've gone with a 2-2 split between Shrine and Slumbering Forest, because Shrine can be absolute clutch at bringing the numbers up, like hitting that 270 threshold if we can let Shrine tick over a couple of times. So that can be absolutely huge, but Slumbering Forest can be absolutely huge as well, because if we can keep sleep attached to our opponent's Pokemon, that can be an absolute game changer. Now, obviously it makes them flip twice, and they've got to get 2 heads to get out of the sleep. For you, hopefully your luck will be a lot better than mine, is my opponent seems to be able to flip 2 heads with ease. Other than that, our supporter line is the 4 Cynthia, the 4 Liza, and also 4 Elms, just to go and search out our little baby Pokemon. And we've got the U-turn board so we can manually retreat out of our sheep, so our Mareeps here quite nicely. In terms of energy lineup, we've got rainbow energies which can be used on anyone, preferably not the Frostlasses, but yeah, we can be used on them if we need to. We've got the unit energies which we can use on Frostlass and the Brelooms. We've got the darkness energy, which is kind of nice. I like including it here because a lot of, you know, oppositions do play Viridians, and anytime they play a Viridian, if we're desperate for an energy, we can use the darkness, so we can use our Weavile. And also grass energy, which synergizes once again with a Viridian if they happen to play it, our opponent happens to play it, but also the netball as well. So that's really the deck list. Just something that I should really get used to advertising. Down the description will be the deck list. It'll also be a link to my Discord as well as Twitter. So with that said, let's get started. Hello Kushki, welcome. Now, given all fire, I feel like the Frostlass is the way that we're playing here. Got some mixed herbs, some life herbs, some reset stamps. Green's engine. Oh, it's probably ReshiZard. Got some Volcanions I'm going to have to deal with though. Which means kind of want to keep Snorunts down back. I kind of want to go Shroomish early, if possible. I think it's actually worth spending the energy here on flipping out to the Marie and trying to force you to stay asleep. Even though you're running herbs, I just think it's worthwhile trying. Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, well, that's my luck. Hopefully you don't hit me out straight away. Hopefully this is just a flare starter move. Yeah. So the ideal here is to take you out with... We need a way to switch. This is going to be awkward. Like, is to actually take you out rather than with Frostlass. I want to keep my Frostlasses. Ideally, we want to take you out with Breloom. How many pieces do I need in my deck? A switch. I don't like my chances here. I really don't. But we'll see. See what we can pull off. We got a switch, we got the energy. Alright. So we kind of got what we needed. Yep, to you. That's all we want to do, isn't it? Yep. Frostlass. Put you to sleep. Run the old switcheroo. And Predawn Strike. Get rid of the Volcanium. We are a little bit brick, so hopefully this can unbrick me. Well, it gets me the unit energy, which is really useful for the Frostlass. Here potentially comes the ReshiZard. Yep. That's what I was anticipating. Like I said, we want to keep the Frostlass ready for that ReshiZard. So ideally, if we can find a way... So, we're going Snorunt down. What we are going to do here is run the NGTU, so I've got switching options later. Try and put you to sleep. It's my kind of luck. It's my kind of luck. Mind you, you don't have the KO straight away with the Volcanion, which is like very lucky. Although you're just going to keep charging up. Alright. Well, we've got another Breloom that we could use afterwards. So right now we're just going to go with the Spore play. See, you get 6 heads in a row. I give up. Seriously, dude. We'll go for 8 next. If this Breloom lives. I'm really worried the fact that I've only got the one Frostlass there. So Weaviles are completely useless in this matchup. Shall we see, yeah, let's just see the 8 heads in a row. Just to show the kind of luck that I have. I give up! I actually give up. That is ridiculous. I haven't hit a single tail on all those coin flips. So now you've got the... I just shake my head at that and go, this is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. So now I need to get desperately unbrick. That's something I desperately need. And by the looks of it, that unbricking is not happening. Pains me to have to use it on a Breloom. Put this to sleep. Go back to the Breloom. Predawn strike it. Come on, unbrick me. Come on, supporters. Show yourself, please. Because I am running out of time here. Desperately. And this is running herbs to get out of the sleep as well. And you got the greens to go and get it too. I think the top deck of Cynthia is about the only thing that can help me. Wow, you got rid of your greens? Your hand's that good, is it? We'll put Mareep in. Liza helps. Let's get rid of a Weavile. Shuffle. So second Frostlass down. We'll run a fluffy pillow. And I'm actually just going to hold there. Oh, there's double tails. Look at that. It's a bit too late. Because you're going to have the herbs to get out of this, but... Oh, it was life herb you were running. And there's the herbs, the mixed herbs. As long as you don't have custom catcher. So I can one-shot this thing. Greens is going to go and get double custom catcher. Which means I'll lose a Frostlass. The upside is I can Elms here and go and get set up another Snorunt. No. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Maybe it's more healing based than custom catcher based. Interesting that you're putting the shrine down. And not KOing me. Can I get there with just 6? So 6 damage counters. It's 120, 240. And the shrine ticks over beautifully. I can get there with just 6, can't I? Oops, hang on. Let me do the maths. 6 onto you, it's 20, so it's 120. I think so. Run the old switch. And then Spiteful Sight with 6 on. Let the shrine tick over and get the 3 prize cards. Alright. One more Frostlass to try and take out that last ReshiZard. Wouldn't be surprised if I got stamped though. That's the only awkward thing about this. Where choosing not to play an energy could come back to bite me. And I have not thinned this deck at all. Just gonna weld up. Do you have the stamp for me? Yep, you do. Alright, Cynthia or Unit Energy. That'll do. That'll do. I mean, come on, you gave me 8, like, gave him 8 heads in a row. The least you could do for me is give me a Unit Energy. Now you need to custom catcher me. And if you have that, very well played. You don't have that, and you're choosing not to attack, which is very interesting. But we'll just pay the retreat out to this Frostlass now. And then Spiteful Sigh, shark another 7 onto you, and take out the ReshiZard. There we go. Good game. Good game. Hello, Misaka Mikoto. Oh, excuse me. Still recovering from being quite ill, so yeah. Anyway, got the Mareep up front, so that seems pretty good to me. What have we got to play against? MewMew. Water-based MewMew? Must be. Alright. So I'm feeling like So MewMew, like with MewMew decks, you're here for a reason. Oh, I've only got one view though, because I prized one of my Sneasels. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Feeling like maybe go the Shroomish route rather than the Snorunt route. What have we got in here? 3 Breelooms, that seems pretty good. Yeah, we'll go that way. Yep. Ditto down. Shroomish down. Get an NGTU. Definitely put this guy to sleep. That seems fine. Kinda want to hold there, I think. Chuck a Slumbering Forest down, see if we can keep it asleep. Which we can. You can force me to switch. Don't know what that does for it. I don't mind seeing lots of ability Pokemon hitting the field though. That's what we want. It's just many abilities. Let's go and fill your bench up with lots of abilities. That's the way. Ah, it stays asleep for us. That's good. Oh, U-turn board, beautiful. Great timing on the U-turn board. We'll go get ourselves out a Breloom here, just so we're making sure that we are attacking here. Then shuffle. That's a great top deck. Go and put our Shroomish back down. Chuck a Grass NG to him. And at this stage, we'll just fluffy pillow. Why are we fluffy pillowing? What a complete waste of time. And we'll pre-dawn strike. I think I was just more out of habit than anything else. Oh, I woke up. Boo! Wasn't supposed to wake up like that. Supposed to stay asleep. Oh, straight into that Blastoise. Nice work. It's not enough abilities sitting on your bench. Can you please play some more? I want lots of abilities. Mind you, I'm potentially still a couple of shots away from getting rid of this MewMew. What are you playing at the moment? We haven't got any GX Pokemon around. I'm assuming it's Blastoise base. I mean, you've got other options as well, depending on what you've got loaded in your deck. But at the moment, your options are nothing. Nah, there's going to be options. This MewMew is like way too OP for you to draw dry on that, surely. Got great timing having a switch in hand as well. If you don't take out this Breloom, it really works well for us. And obviously you're not going to use Volcanion here because you probably don't want Mareep up front. Although it'd make an interesting question. I'm glad you're using the powerful Squall first. Ooh, missed. Ouch. So yeah, I can confidently go into Mareep if you decide to Jet Geyser here. And you just help me out. Saves me a switch. Do I want to put you on a clock? Or trust Slumbering Forest can get it done? Okay. I'll just put my sheep up. I mean, unless you've got something that you're doing that I just didn't see. And then I plot it and go, well done. Nope. Oh, now this is the big question. Do I put you on a clock? I think I do. Let's put you on a clock with Shrine instead. Saves drawing back into it as well. I don't like asking my own stadium for that, but what can you do? Beggars can't be choosy sometimes. We will go into this Frosloom. We'll attach... Oh, hang on. We don't want to attach an NG to anyone. We kind of want Weavile now, but we don't want to attach the NG to that. I'm going to hold for a turn. I feel pretty happy that we're putting you on a clock with that Shrine sitting there anyway. So you got to oust that Shrine pretty quickly. You got to make that happen this turn. Nihiligo is going to be pretty clutch as well if we get to that stage. So making sure that... I don't even know if he's in deck. I should actually have a look for that. Nihiligo, however you pronounce it. Did you whiff again? So you've got a lot in your deck still. You haven't thinned your deck all that much. And I think that's the problem you're having at the moment. You haven't been able to thin it all that much. Thank you for playing some more ability Pokemon. We like ability Pokemon on the field. Can you play some more? There we go. There's another one. Just fill up your bench with ability Pokemon. You know you want to. Yeah, go and get that Dedenne down. I think that's a good call. You're probably desperately digging for a stadium to oust this too. Because you know that goes down no matter what if you don't get rid of the Shrine. I mean, it's not really looking good for the MewMew right now anyway. Yep, there's the Dedenne. Yeah, you get that down. We want more Pokemon with abilities on the field. We wouldn't mind getting the Sneasel out as well. Okay. You don't... Okay. Well... we're in at Elms here. Okay, so I do have my Nihiligo. Do have Buzzwole. We're starting to get close to that Buzzwole turn as well. Which is another thing to keep some thought about. Do I want to go Shroomish down here? I feel like Shroomish down could be good. To give me more options and just leave the bench space open. I think so. That's how we play. I mean, these Breelooms have been doing work, so why not keep letting them do some work? Alright, would not mind pulling out my Sneasel, but no, I won't. And I still don't pull out like a... haven't got a Rainbow Energy or anything yet. Rainbow or Dark Energy would be good. I should have actually probably put another Mareep down, just in case he Jet Geyser me here. I've only just thought this Volcanium's actually quite bad. It's actually really bad. So I can one-shot it with the Weavile, but I would need to find a Rainbow Energy out of this. Gonna have to evolve that Ditto next. Because the spreading of damage is gonna be bad. If you Jet Geyser... here's the thing. If you Jet Geyser, do I go to the Shroomish so you KO it so I can get into my Mareep on the next turn? Do I just give up a prize card? There's the Blastoise. It's a big call though. Do I give up a prize card in order to be able to continue attacking on the next turn? And to make life easier, options easier? I think I do. Simply because I have a chance of getting to that Sneasel. So that Weavile with an NG. Although you don't have the NG to attack, so that's pretty huge. Oh, I need that Weavile. We're gonna go and get our Weavile. Oops. To put a sacrificial lamb out there. I'm gonna put my second lamb out there. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make on a Jet Geyser play if you do it. But then it's a wasted bench spot. We will. I don't want to draw into it. Don't want to draw into any of this either. Cynthia's a better draw than Tate and Liza. Big call chucking this hand away. But we do get the Dark NG, which is what we want. To then... Oh, I can't pay retreat just now. Oh, I've got the Switch. We're okay. We're okay. Thank you, Switch. Poker gear ourselves Eliza. Fluffy Pillow. Volcanion. As much as I want to leave my Weavile to later, I think it's too important to get rid of this Volcanion straight away. So that's what we'll do. We're just worried about the Volcanion. Ah, missed my Sneasel. Alright, well that's my only Weavile gone. The rest of it's going to have to be left to Bralooms and Mareeps. Mind you, I got Nihilego at some stage, although what am I copying? Maybe a 150? Yeah, there's that. This Shrine chipping away is hurting you as well. Got rid of that. You do have to hit in the powerful Squall here though. That's so important for you. You gotta hit what, at least one. Surely you do. Can't keep going missing on these. There you go. So the Viridian can get you the other one. And there's Weavile gone. Well, you did your job, you got rid of Volcanion. In the day, and we can now go and get some chip damage. We're only hitting 90 at a time, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully we can... I wouldn't mind finding my other Slumbering Forest. That's something I wouldn't mind. Let's just get rid of this. What's good here? Buzzwole is nice to have for a turn. Maybe we'll chuck Buzzwole down. Then shuffle. Didn't find the NG for it. Do we have 2 Cynthia in here? Yep, we do. Go and get those 2 Cynthia back. Chuck a U-turn turn board onto you. Get some fluffy pillow action happening. Then go to Breloom. And Pre-Dawn Strike. Oh, you woke up. Boo! Mind you have to hit 3 energies this time. Oh, with the Viridian in play, it's only 2, really. We had to find out soon whether or not our Buzzwell is going to get any action, see any action. See, now here's the question, do I like go with a second Sneasel basic into the deck? It's just room, finding the room for it is just really awkward. I'd love you to have drawn 4 water energies just there. That'd be hilarious if that's what happened. MewMew coming back. So nothing but ability Pokemon there. It's unfortunate we don't have any other Sneasels. You can see the power of that Weavile though. Hit 250, that's insane. And be hitting 300 right now. Base damage. Maybe I should have gone the Breloom route. Who knows? Oh, had to use all 3 energies again, but this will be getting more and more consistent now, so do have to worry a little bit about that. Oh, is that a 60 times the number of water energies you shuffled back? Did you have 3 out there? Somewhere else? You must have. I just didn't see it. Oh, we got the rainbow energy for Buzzwell if we want to go in Buzzwell this time. I think we do. I think we do. We'll run a shuffle. Looking for Nihilego. Assuming I go down in the next turn. I've got a couple of turns before I need Nihilego. Or 2 turns. We'll go Snorunt down because we can thin a little bit harder. Fluffy Pillow here. And retreat to the Buzzwell. And now Sledgehammer. What's this Blastoise on a clock anyway? So now you have to get out of the Blastoise and probably start using MewMew. But if MewMew is the play that you end up going to, that has its own risks. By the looks of it is, in that if I can get the Nihilego, I don't know how much you were banking on me not, like, banking on me not having Nihilego. I've got to find it, that's the thing. And I've got to find it with a rainbow energy. I've got 2 turns to make that happen. I'd rather do it on this turn if I could. Well, there's Nihilego. And there's the rainbow energy. So let's just get that set. I know I'm exposing my plan to you, but I need it out there. I desperately need it out there. Oops, that's my phone. We'll get that onto you. It's just gonna have to wait. Don't want to poke you at the moment. I think so. Go on, we'll go to Cynthia. That seems like better draw as well. Fluffy Pillow you. And retreat to the Breloom. And then Pre-Dawn Struck. So now that's set up because I'm hitting for weakness. Assuming you KO me. And I can use something like the Hydro Tackle or something like that to hit for weakness. Just got to make sure... Oh, it's just not affected by effects. Don't pick Sonic Edge or something. I bet you weren't probably expecting the Nihilego to come out in this. But that's what he's here for the MewMew. So now you have to custom catcher this Nihilego out. And given it's a stage 2 deck, I'm banking, that's the reason why I just exposed it, was I'm banking that you don't have custom catchers. I mean, you could, but it's a lot to ask for in a stage 2 deck. Oh, we got the Liza switch if we need to on this next one too. The other option might have been to attack with Keldeo, but Keldeo... Oh, you could GX. But then I can KO that straight away. Can I? No, I can only hit 150. I'd need to be looking for a shrine to put the Keldeo under threat. Although, no, I can Miracle Duo GX. Oh, I just thought of that. Yeah, so the Keldeo is not really an option. Because you can copy any attack, can't you? Yeah. So, this is game. Well, now, Nightcap. And Miraculous Duo GX. For 400 damage. Sneasel, I could have used you. I could have used you, buddy. But GG's, GG's. Hello, Tarbell. Welcome. We might be better off. I'm going to have a choice, potentially, of... Nah, just Cynthia. So there's no choice. I was going to say of whether I want Elms or a Draw Supporter. But I'm thinking we'll chuck the unit energy early on you. Because we could always Viridian to a Grass energy, potentially, in this. So Cynthia... I feel like Weavile's not that important yet. What's the chance of you attacking turn 1? I honestly don't think you will. I like double Shroomish down. The thing that worries me a lot here is I'm completely bricked. Put it to you whether or not you have the attack turn 1. I don't think you can get the attack off. Well, that tells me the story. That tells me all I need to know. I do need a clutch top deck. That's for sure. That's not clutch. We've got to get on the offense though. Got to get on the offensive. Pre-dawn strike. Smacking as hard as we can. It wakes up unfortunately. So I'm probably going to be KO'd on the way back and I might be in trouble with a brick. So if I don't unbrick on the next turn, I could be in a lot of trouble here. But surely you have to have some concern that... Oh, well I've got the KO. And I unbricked. That could not have gone any better, I don't think. Well, Cynthia, I don't want double Mareep down, I feel. Beautiful, get another Breloom out. And I think we'll chuck both Cynthias back in. Just try and help the bricking situation. We don't need to use our switch just at the moment. We'll hold everything we've got. Pre-dawn strike. Whack out the Ninja Zoro. Get ourselves 3 prize cards. Got the U-turn board, that's beautiful. A unit NG. Another U-turn board. Wow, I had both of you prized. There you go. Oh, there's the weakness card, NG. Turn too late by the looks of things. I turned too late, but having said that, you're certainly going to be on the offensive now. So I feel like Elms is the way to go on the next turn. And then Pokier after that. So we've got a sheep that we can play. Oops. Sheep down. Weakness card NG is annoying. For Elms, we'll go and get ourselves out one of you. I feel like I'm going to put one back anyway in this setup. I feel like what we're looking to run just getting ready for the next turn, potentially. Go and get Buzzwell. U-turn board to you, U-turn board to... I mean, might as well go to you for now. I don't even know who I wanted on. Run a Slumbering Forest. Feel like we can wait a turn on that. Feel like we can pop that there. Fluffy Pillow. Then retreat to the Breloom. And Pre-dawn Strike. At least put you under the pump that you've got to get double heads. Which you don't. So now you've got to get some kind of way to get out of the sleep. And we do have the switch play on the next one. You need to get basic Pokemon down. If you don't get any basics down, you're in a lot of trouble. Well, that's game. As quick as that. Yeah, well, I'll give him a well played because he's giving me one. Switch. Oh wait, what am I doing? Hang on. Sorry, my bad, dude. I just realised that you stayed asleep. My bad. But anyway, GG's. And it is time to rate this deck, and before I get into really the numbers, something to really note, this deck is really designed to counter the Pokemon that I mentioned at the start of the video. There are certain matchups like Guardian and lots of healing matchups, things like that, that I could imagine this would struggle really badly against. I didn't come up across any of them, so I can't really quote, but yeah, there's going to be matchups that this is going to struggle against, but we're really hoping to hit the matchups that we're trying to hit that seems to be around all the time to really make this, make the most of this kind of deck. So starting with damage, keeping that in mind, we do cover a lot of relevant weaknesses here. Hitting for water, hitting for fighting, and hitting for psychic on the Nihilego. Yes, I'd like some more psychic attackers, but you got to do what you got to do. The Weavile does put in some work in a lot of different matchups as well though, so that's something to keep in mind. We can bring up really big numbers with the Weavile. Other than that, our damage cap beyond the Weavile is 140 with the Spiteful Sire, with Frostlass, assuming that we've put 7 full damage counters onto the Frostlass. So keeping that in mind, we really are a 2-shot deck if we're not hitting for weakness. We do cover a lot of weaknesses, so for that, I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. As for the defense, we are a 1 prize card trade. We're pretty easy to KO. We're not, surviving turn after turn after turn if they're able to attack us. But the Slumbering Forest can do some work for us as long as you don't have the terrible luck that I seem to have, where our opponent just flips double heads. But yeah, the Slumbering Forest can put in some good work for you to try and buy you the extra turns and contribute to the defense a little bit. So I usually give 7 out of 10 for 1 prize card trade, but because of the Slumbering Forest Mareep combo, I'm going to up it to a 7.5 out of 10. As for reliability, that's the part that is a little bit tricky. Obviously, with budget decks, you give up a lot of the consistency cards, which is what drives up the price of consistency cards. So yeah, the reliability, we've got a lot going on here, and it's a bit janky because we don't have any Pokemon that contribute to our draw support line of things. So with that in mind, we're having to run as many supporters as we can, renewing supporters as well, and Poke Gears, which help a lot, believe me. But it can get a little bit janky at times and a little bit awkward at times. So I'm giving the reliability here a 7 out of 10. So overall, what do I think? Well, I'm pretty impressed with the how much power this has behind it when we can hit different weaknesses, and how much different options that we have given that we are on a budget build here. So I think this is a budget build that packs a punch, and I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.